Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, if you can't tell, the lighting is a little bit different in my bedroom. And that's because we are going to talk about the Netflix series Life, okay? We gonna talk about it. So before you watch this video, I need you guys to go take your kids to their grandmama's house, take your kids to daycare, take your kids to your friend's house, do something with them, make them go outside and go play. They need to go do something, okay? Your kids don't need to be in the house while you watch this, because before you watch this video, you need to go watch the show. I'm telling you, watch it before you watch this video, and then when you're done, come back so we can talk about it, okay? It is, let's see, there's 8 episodes and it's 8 hours in total. So I need y'all to take y'all kids somewhere for the day. That's because it's not suitable for children. They don't need to hear it. They don't need to watch it. Nothing. They're not ready for that. You want to know how I know they're not ready for it? Because even the 18 and up on TikTok, those girls they're so immature with it, okay? It's so immature. So what we're going to do is talk about this show, okay? And we are going to enjoy talking about it, even though I have to let you guys know that I am just going to talk about the relationship aspect of it, because I thought that was more interesting than the intimate parts of the show. So let's get into this. Okay, so we have our main character, Billy, who is a mother, and she's married to Cooper, her husband. Her husband works for a bank, and I think they invest into like companies and stuff like that. Not 100% sure, but I think that's what he does. And then there is Brad, Billy's ex, who is a record producer. He owns his own record label, so he too has money. And then we have Sasha, who is her best friend. I love Sasha, but I'm gonna get into her in a minute. Okay. How I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna go through character by character, and I'm gonna talk about relationships and stuff like that. And I'm gonna start with Billy first, because she's the main character and this is all about her. So, my thoughts on Billy, okay? Billy, to me, she's a mother and she's probably going through some postpartum depression, like what Sasha said. She's probably going through some postpartum depression. Her baby is only like 3 months old and her other child is like 4. So I'm pretty sure she's going through some postpartum. She's like, she wants to feel that youth again that she used to have before she had kids and stuff like that. I can definitely see that. But Billy's also very stupid, okay? Billy is very, very stupid if you ask me. Okay? I get it. I get it when she talks about, like, not on a personal level, but I understand that, she wants to have that youth again and stuff like that. She wants to feel sexy again, and, she wants to be touched and stuff like that. Like, because she wasn't getting the attention that she needed, it drove her to start thinking about her ex, Brad. And that starts causing issues into her and Cooper's relationship, because she's journaling about her ex and the things that they used to do. So now Cooper, her husband, starts to feel insecure. Okay? He starts to feel insecure, and he's trying to do the things that Brad did for her to make her, like, to please her, essentially. Now, let me go ahead and start there, okay? Let me just stop right there, and I'm gonna start with this because I think this is a very, very big thing to, like, in this relationship here. First of all, the reason why I say Billy is stupid is because if my man found something that I was journaling in my laptop, do you think for a second I would keep journaling in that laptop knowing he's already PO'd about the things that I'm saying? Why would you even do that? Number two, like someone said in the comments in my previous video, why would you not put a lock on your laptop from jump? And you know you have all of this written down in your journal and stuff like that. Why would you not delete the video of you and Brad? Like, he's not gonna find it. He found the other stuff. Why would he not find that? It doesn't make sense to me. And that's why I say she's stupid. Because common sense will say, hey, maybe I should delete this because he already saw it and he's not happy. So, but it's all about Billy at the end of the day. That's what I'm getting. It's all about Billy. And my issue with Cooper is, instead of trying to be somebody that you're not, instead of trying to do the things that Brad did, why don't you ask her, hey, babe, I noticed that you're unhappy. What is it that you need from me? Not what you want, but what you need from me. Because, see, Cooper is that husband that spends most of his time at work. He's invested into his job and stuff like that. Like, that's his priority. That's his main focus. And, when it comes to pleasing his wife, he's unable to do it because he's too tired by the time he gets home, and he just wants to focus on himself. And that's where the relationship starts to separate. It really had nothing to do with Billy. That had to do with him and his priorities. He wasn't able to balance his work life and his family life. And I feel like that was the division in the relationship. So he should have worked on bettering who he is as a man instead of trying to be another man who clearly broke her heart. Which we'll get into Brad in a sec. But yes, Cooper really has that, he just doesn't really know what to do, it seems like, to make her happy. Her thing is, her love language is not gifts and stuff like that. It's not gifts. I mean, words of endearment, sure, maybe a little bit, but her thing is, she likes that touch. Her thing is touch. That's her love language. His love language is giving gifts. And I feel like because of that, that's where their disconnect is. If y'all don't believe about the whole love language thing, I promise you that stuff, like, it's true, One likes touch, the other one likes to give gifts and whatnot. So moving on, and then there's Brad, okay? Brad is her ex. They used to date. Their intimacy was definitely up there, okay? I'm not gonna lie. It was up there, okay? It was top notch. But was that it with the relationship? Like, was that it? And it seems like their love language is the same, though. And I feel like that's where that whole, like, confusion can come into play. Because it's like she loves Cooper, okay? She loves Cooper. She loves her life with Cooper. It's just he's not giving her enough, So when she went to go meet with her therapist, and I put therapist because to me he wasn't a great therapist, okay? He just wasn't to me. I feel like he wasn't giving her what she really needed to hear. To me, when they brought up about the whole 85-15, Cooper is that 85%, Brad is that 15%. That 15%, I would say 5% of it is the intimacy, another 5 is his looks, and the other 5 is his career. You know, he's got that bank coming in, like he got that money coming in, you know what I'm saying? So I think that that's where that 15% is 5, 5, and 5. Whereas with Cooper, you know, he has never hurt her. She has children with him. Like, she's happy, you know, she has, like, she's a wife. He's always there for, usually he's there for her, you know, like he makes her smile, all of that. Okay, he cooks for her, like she has that life, she has that white picket fence life. And this is where it's like, okay, is the 85%, even though it's 85%, is that actually enough for her? Is it actually enough for her to fully be happy? Or is that 15% just enough to make her happy? You know? And like, I literally have been up thinking about this because it's a really, really, really like good question. Would she be happy with just that 15%? Because I can tell you now, her being with Brad again, because he's hurt her. He has hurt this woman, okay? Like, he is a runner. He runs. Like, when I say run, like he runs away when things get tough in a situation. And I think it's because it has to do with his dad running away. And he picked that up from his dad. Do I think it's an excuse? No, I do not. Because I feel like as a man, you should be able to deal with your problems and your issues. So to me, I feel like I don't know if he can be 100%, like, well, I can't really say 100%, if that 15% would be enough for her. Because that's always going to be in the back of her mind that he's left, and he can still do it again. I feel like Brad is a narcissist. And to me, he is very manipulative. And I don't think that would be good for her mental state at all. So I don't know how that's gonna work, you know? I don't know how that would work. So anyways, then she has her friend Sasha, who is an African American woman. She's gorgeous, you guys. I love Sasha, I really do. But I feel like if Sasha saw how her best friend was with this guy, right? Even though Billy is married and off, why would you go and sleep with that same guy? Like, why would you do that? You knew what he did to her and stuff like that. And even though Billy said she was okay with it, you should know your best friend enough to know that she was not really okay with it. Like, let's be honest. Like, even though she never came out and actually said it, that, like, she never showed it, I know in her eyes, she really was not, like, 100% for it. You know? So, I feel like Sasha messed up there. As far as me not liking her, at least. But I still love Sasha. I love her because she was, at the end of the day, a very good friend. Like, she was there supporting her friend and stuff like that through all of this, all the ups and downs and stuff like that. And that's a great friend. We all need that friend. So anyways, and then there's the group of ladies that are other moms at that go to her son Hudson's preschool. Which, by the way, let me talk about that teacher real quick, because I used to be a preschool teacher, okay? First of all, that woman has a whole 3-month-old baby. How are you going to ask the mom to stay with her 3-month-old baby in a classroom full of preschoolers, right? That baby needed to go home and take a nap and everything like that. Like, who are you to tell the mom to do that just because her son is having a rough day? That little boy gonna get through it at some point. It takes some getting used to. Let the kids go. Let the kid go. He will be okay. He just needed to make some friends. So anyways, besides that point, that part, the moms were very, like, I don't know why she would go and tell these moms everything that she was going through in her marriage status. And that's something else about Billie, is that the number one thing she did wrong was go and talk about her marital woes with multiple people that have nothing to do with her marriage. That was a big no-no right there. What happens in your house needs to stay in the house. Because when people start to see weakness in your marriage, that's when all these people want to come in and they're going to try to break up your marriage some sort of way. Some sort of way. Instead of it being between you and that person. I did that with my ex before, where I told my friends everything. Like, I would go to them and stuff like that, and I would actually go to my mom and tell her my problems, and that actually drove a wedge into our relationship. And I had to learn that, hey, what you two deal with, you got to deal with it on your own. Like, you guys got to solve it on your own and stuff like that, because it wasn't just him, it was me too. The reason for a relationship usually ending is because of two people, not just one. And something Cooper did was blame her for why their marriage was destroyed, when in fact it was the both of them, because he wasn't giving his all to her. And then that led her to start doubting herself and stuff like that, and start thinking about her ex. And there was a lot of insecurity in their marriage. I could see that there was a lot of insecurities in their marriage. So because she told these mothers about her marital problems, they started getting in her ear, telling her what to do, trying to like get her to do things that she didn't want to do. Like Trina, she had her go to like, I don't know what it was. It was just like we're just gonna say a brothel. We'll just say it's a brothel, okay, at somebody's house. And it ended badly. I'm not gonna say what happened, because you guys, like, I feel like some people are gonna watch this and they have not watched the series, and you really should watch the series, because it really does make you think about like relationships and dynamics and stuff like that. Like, honestly, it's really, really good. And I watched it more for that, and I thought it was absolutely amazing because it had me think. So I really didn't appreciate the moms. I mean, I didn't appreciate those moms at all. And if I were her, I keep my friends close and my enemies closer, because I still would not trust them with a 10-inch pole, okay? So where do I even go from here? Brad, like, there's so much I want to discuss, but I'm scared people are going to watch this and then they're going to like get it ruined. But at first Brad was okay with the fact that she was like, that she had gotten he was not okay with her. He was not okay with her getting pregnant. He was not, because he said, I would not be a fit father. I mean, did he come to terms with it? Yes, he did. He came to terms with it, but then she lost the baby. And honestly, for the longest time, I really thought Hudson was really his, which I think they should have done, because that would have definitely threw a loop right there. Like, that would have been like, what? But I really did think Hudson was his child. So that wasn't the case. She actually had a miscarriage, and it was the saddest thing ever to like see her go through. I mean, he was very, very concerned for her and stuff like that. And I think as women, we forget that you know, even though we're the ones that have to like deal with that miscarriage because of our bodies and what it goes through and stuff like that, we have to remember that the man has feelings too, especially when he's invested into, you know, the pregnancy and stuff like that. The man too goes through something and he's dealing with stuff. Does that excuse their behavior? No. But I do think that she should have like kind of thought about that too, that hey, you know, this was gonna be his child as well, and he might be dealing with something. But I know in the moment it's kind of hard because it's a lot of hormonal things going on with her body at that time, and you know, she was just going through the motions and stuff like that, so she wasn't really thinking about that. She was thinking about the fact that she lost the baby herself, and she thought it was her fault. But in his mind, he was thinking it was his fault because he didn't think he was going to be a great father, and he wasn't meant to be a father because, you know, what happened with him and his dad. So that situation did happen. Cooper and his boss Francesca, you know, I do think something's gonna happen between them. I do think that, you know, they're gonna stay married for a while longer. And maybe this is what they need, because maybe that jealousy will set in, or maybe, you know, their other relationships will make them say, hey, maybe we don't belong together. Maybe we need to get a divorce, and we, you know, we need to be with other people because we can't satisfy each other intimately. And I always said, like, is it just the intimacy? Like, it just feels like it's just the intimacy. And I feel like they just really need to work on their intimacy with each other instead of with other people. I get it. Brad says he loves her and stuff like that, and he wants to be with her and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't think Brad, like, I just don't think Brad, I don't think Brad can do what Cooper does for her at the end of the day. He can't do that. He can't give her that white picket fence, that like the family that she wants. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, he runs too much. He has to go out the country quite a bit. Like, I just don't think that's ideal for her, and I don't see her being happy with that. And I really think she needs to think about that and weigh out, okay, why am I thinking about Brad? Oh, because the intimacy with my partner isn't that great. Something that they do need to do is go see a marriage counselor, and not her former professor, who I think they definitely should see a marriage counselor and maybe get some ideas on what they could do to better that or something. I'm pretty sure they have like I don't know. I thought maybe they just needed a vacation together to gain that. Because when they ran off and they were doing like some of the wild things together, it seemed like their love was like there. Like the love was there. And I think that that's just what they need, is to get away with one another. Like spend some actual quality time together. Not with the kids. Like leave the kids with Olga. She doesn't need that. They just need to go on a vacation somewhere, like Tahiti, is it Tahiti? They need to go to, or Bermuda or somewhere. I don't know, but they need to go somewhere tropical, away, like from everything. And I think that could strengthen their relationship a lot. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to ruin it, you know? So, I'm waiting for season 2 to come. Keep in mind, you guys, Real Housewives of Potomac is coming. I believe it's July 10th. we are gonna be on that. So you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna do a play-by-play. I'm going to really like get into the characters. You know, I gotta go off on Ashley probably a couple times, Candace probably about 6 times, Giselle probably the whole time, Robin just not even worth going off on. I'm really looking forward to meeting the new person in the show, and I'm excited to see Miss Karen again, the Grand Dame. So I'm so excited for Real Housewives of Potomac. Yay! I've been waiting so long, it feels like. I hope it's good despite, like, you know, the virus and stuff like that. So I really hope it's still as good as I just hope it's still good. I don't know if it can, I don't think it'll top last season, because my heart was really into it last season. So I'm just really hoping like this is everything still. But yeah, I cannot wait for this. So with that being said, I will see you in my next video when some more stuff happens. I stay watching the Shade Room to see what's going on and whatnot. So yeah. So I will see you guys in my next video. And also, don't forget, leave your thoughts of the show down below, because I want to have this discussion, and like a serious discussion, because I thought the relationships were interesting and everything like that. I really thought the relationship dynamics was interesting. It got me thinking of my marital life in the future, if I even want to get married in the future, because I'm just like, dang, marriage is definitely a chore. Like, it's a full-time job. So not only is being a mother a full-time job, but so is marriage. It's a full-time job. And it taught me like a lot. It really taught me a lot, like what's important, what would be important in my marriage and stuff like that if I were to get married. What's important to me, and then, you know, what's important to my significant other. I'm not in a relationship, y'all. I'm not in a relationship. But yeah, so that's just me thinking, like, if I were to be in a relationship one day, like, where, like what would make my significant other happy, and then what makes me happy, and what is that middle ground? And I think that's something we should do in all of our relationships and whatnot, is figuring out what makes that other person happy, and then they need to know what makes you happy, and, you know, you try to give that to them. You try. So yeah, like I was saying though, this is it. I'm done talking. But I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye.